Unlock your soil's hidden power with the perfect carbon-to-nitrogen ratio. As gardeners, we often spend countless hours tending to our plants, yet results can be unpredictable. Some seasons, everything thrives effortlessly, while other times, even the most diligent care seems to fall flat. If this sounds familiar, it's likely not your effort. It's your soil. The secret ingredient many gardeners overlook is the carbon-to-nitrogen ratio, or CN ratio, in your mulch and compost. This ratio is the silent engine driving soil health, microbial activity, and plant vigor. Understanding it is like flipping a switch in your garden. Suddenly your leaves are greener, your fruit fuller, and your plants more resilient. At Soil Power, we focus on giving you practical, science-backed gardening tips. Today we'll dive into exactly how the CN ratio works, why it matters, and how you can use it in your garden to stop guessing and start growing with confidence. The carbon-to-nitrogen ratio is a measure of the balance between carbon-rich materials and nitrogen-rich materials in your garden inputs. Carbon is your browns, think dry leaves, straw, cardboard, and wood chips. Nitrogen is your greens, fresh herbs, kitchen scraps, legume leaves, or green manure crops. Soil microbes rely on both elements to thrive. Too much carbon and decomposition slows. Too much nitrogen and the result is a stinky, soggy mess. For most garden applications, a carbon-to-nitrogen ratio of around 25 to 30 to 1 is ideal. This ratio ensures that microbes have enough carbon for energy and enough nitrogen for protein building, which allows them to break down organic matter efficiently and release nutrients into your soil. A well-balanced mulch doesn't just feed plants, it nurtures the microbial ecosystem that sustains them. Many gardeners unknowingly guess when creating compost or applying mulch, tossing whatever scraps are at hand onto their beds. The result is unpredictable growth and wasted materials. Once you understand the carbon-to-nitrogen ratio, you gain precision. Your garden becomes a carefully orchestrated ecosystem rather than a guessing game. When preparing your mulch or compost, the first step is selecting the right materials. Greens provide nitrogen, which fuels microbial activity and supports rapid decomposition. Fresh leaves, vegetable scraps, grass clippings, and legume residues are excellent sources. Browns supply carbon, which acts as energy for microbes and helps maintain soil structure. Dry leaves, straw, shredded paper, and small wood chips are all great options. For beginners, it's easiest to visualize your materials as a pile. You want roughly 3 parts greens to 1 part browns by volume for a fast-fermenting compost, or FPJ, which stands for Fermented Plant Juice preparation. This ratio ensures that the mixture decomposes at the right rate and releases nutrients effectively. Now, experienced gardeners might adjust things a bit based on climate, plant type, and soil condition, but these ratios really do provide a reliable starting point. If you've followed Soil Power, you know we really love FPJs. Fermented Plant Juice is basically a homemade, nutrient-rich elixir made from plant material. It's simple, it's potent, and honestly, it's a fantastic way to complement your mulch. By combining your green plant material with water and just a bit of sugar, you create a natural fertilizer that promotes growth and, microbial life. To prepare FPJ, start by harvesting healthy leaves from your chosen plants. Chop them up finely to increase the surface area for fermentation. Place the chopped greens in a 10 to 15 liter bucket and cover with non-chlorinated water. Add sugar at roughly 5% of the plant weight to kickstart the fermentation process. Stir daily for 5 to 7 days. A pleasant, slightly sour aroma means the process is working. Definitely avoid using it if it smells rotten or moldy. Once it's fermented, strain the solids and then dilute the liquid for use. 1 part FPJ to 20 parts water for a foliar spray, or 1 part FPJ to 10 parts water for a soil drench. You know, the beauty of FPJ really lies in experimentation. Try harvesting 2 different plants, create separate FPJs, and then apply them to identical plants in your garden. Over time, you'll start to observe which one yields the strongest growth, the greenest leaves, and the most prolific flowers, or fruits. This kind of hands-on comparison gives you invaluable insight into what your plants truly thrive on. Mulch isn't just decorative, It's actually a critical component in maintaining soil health. When applied correctly, mulch helps conserve moisture, regulate temperature, and nourish soil microbes. But here's where the carbon-to-nitrogen ratio comes into play. Your mulch needs the right balance of greens and browns to decompose at a steady rate and feed your soil, rather than lock up nutrients. For a standard 1 square meter garden bed, you'll want to aim for about 2 to 3 kilograms of brown material mixed with 100 to 150 grams of green material to maintain a 25 to 30 to 1 ratio. Spread your mulch evenly around your plants, but keep it a few centimeters away from the stems to prevent rot. Over time, this mulch will integrate into the soil, enriching it naturally. And when you combine this with regular FPJ application, this approach can really boost leaf color, flower production, and fruit development. Experienced gardeners often use layered mulch techniques, alternating thin layers of greens and browns, allowing the microbes to work efficiently without creating anaerobic zones. Beginners can achieve great results with a simple mixed layer, as long as the ratios are roughly correct. Even with precise ratios, every garden has its own quirks. Soil type, climate, plant species, and previous amendments all influence results. This is why observation is critical. Keep a garden journal and note plant responses to FPJs, mulches, and fertilizers. Track changes in leaf color, stem strength, flowering, and fruiting. When using FPJs, apply them once or twice a week and observe growth trends over several weeks. If leaves turn pale or growth slows, you may need slightly more nitrogen. If your mulch smells sour or ammonia-like, it's a sign of excess nitrogen. Add more carbon-rich material to balance. This ongoing adjustment process is the hallmark of an experienced gardener. For those who want to take it a step further, consider these nuanced approaches. First, plant-specific FPJs. Different plants respond uniquely to various FPJs. Comfrey, nettle, and borage are often favorites for nutrient-rich sprays. Compare these with more common FPJs, like tomato leaves, to identify which enhances growth most effectively. Second, seasonal adjustment. In cooler seasons, decomposition slows. A slightly lower carbon-to-nitrogen ratio, about 20 to 1, can help maintain microbial activity, ensuring nutrients remain available. Third, layered mulching. For large beds, create alternating layers of greens and browns. This accelerates decomposition without creating anaerobic pockets that can harm microbes. And fourth, soil testing. A simple soil test every 6 to 12 months helps you understand the baseline nutrient levels, allowing for precise FPJ and mulch applications tailored to your garden's needs. The most successful gardeners aren't those who apply random fertilizers or guess at soil needs. They are those who cultivate a rhythm of observation, application, and adjustment. By consistently monitoring the effects of your mulch, FPJs, and carbon-to-nitrogen ratios, you develop an intuitive sense of your garden's requirements. Over time, this knowledge becomes second nature, and your garden thrives with minimal wasted effort. The beauty of the carbon-to-nitrogen ratio is its universality. Whether you grow tomatoes, leafy greens, flowers, or fruit trees, understanding this principle gives you a reliable framework for boosting plant health, improving soil structure, and increasing yields. No more guesswork. Just measurable, consistent results. The carbon-to-nitrogen ratio isn't just a scientific concept, it's a practical tool that transforms the way you garden. By balancing greens and browns in your mulch and compost, using fermented plant juices strategically, and observing plant responses, you unlock the hidden potential of your soil. Your plants become healthier, your harvests more abundant, and your gardening experience more rewarding. At Soil Power, we're committed to helping gardeners like you harness the true power of your soil. Start experimenting with carbon-to-nitrogen ratios today. Keep a detailed journal of your observations and watch your garden respond like never before. Share your successes with fellow gardeners, and remember, precision, patience, and observation are your best allies. If you found this guide useful, don't forget to subscribe to our channel, hit the notification bell, and share this article with your gardening friends. Together, we can grow smarter, healthier, and more vibrant gardens, one soil-powered step at a time.